Welcome, everyone, to What's Working. I'm Mack Marston. Thank you once again for listening. If you're a regular listener of the show, you know that I record my children prior to going off to college. A couple of weeks ago, I recorded my youngest daughter. She's headed off to Auburn, and today we'll finish up with the recording of the children with my favorite youngest son. Mack Marston is sitting across from me. He is off to Alabama not long from now. Back, I guess up in August, he'll be headed there. We've got in a couple of weeks this graduation or this, what is it called, Mac? The thing where you're going to, orientation. Got this orientation thing upcoming in a couple of weeks. And my wife and I have been talking quite a bit recently about empty nesting. What's it going to be like when there are no children coming through the doors and she and I are the only ones in this house? But this will wrap up what has become somewhat of a series of interviewing my children as they head off to college. My youngest son, Mac, very excited for this conversation with What's Working, and this will complete the tradition. As I begin every episode, I'll begin it with my son, Mac. Mac, thank you so much for your time. Welcome to What's Working.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I know you're excited about this. I can see the grin on your face and the expression on your face of, oh my gosh, what am I getting into? We'll begin with this question. Well, I will ask the first question in a moment. Tell, if you will, the listeners about yourself.
My favorite food is probably a steak. I'm working right now at a farm. I'm going to Alabama next year, and my major is going to be biology.
Get out. That's new to me. This podcast is already worth it.
Right now it's biology, and I got placed in upper math.
Really?
Yeah.
This is new. This is news to me. You'd think that you and I have just met. Keep going.
Yeah. I played football at
Now,
St. Paul's.
let's do some of the biological things. You are 19 years old.
Yes, sir.
You're the youngest of four. You need to be telling me this. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm 19 years old. I'm the youngest of four, and my twin came on earlier. And yeah, we're going to be the last people to leave the house, and it's going to be pretty weird not living with parents anymore.
Yeah, we're thinking it'll be the same. Weird not living with children anymore. You wrapped up high school, graduation sensation, baccalaureate. I actually interviewed your sister on her baccalaureate day. And then she's, as we speak, off at camp. You're living at home alone with us right now, working. Tell me what what are your thoughts about high school? It's hardly over, but what were your thoughts about your 4 years in high school?
I thought the work was pretty hard. There's some classes I enjoyed, some classes I hated, but I feel like my subject changed for each teacher.
What does that mean?
Like when there was a good teacher, I liked that subject, but when there's a bad teacher, I hated that subject.
Define a good teacher.
Like makes the work engaging for everyone. Like one day there'd be like a listening part, because not everyone learns the same. Like one day there will be like she's writing on the board, one day she's reading or like speaking to us, and one day she has us do a bunch of practice. And that's what I think a good teacher is. And so it has like everyone can learn it. And when there was a teacher like that, I think everyone liked that subject more. Like my history teacher junior year, everyone liked her because she did every single thing. We would read in books, write on boards, and she would talk to us out loud and do a bunch of work. But yeah.
So the subjects that you liked, were they driven exclusively by the teacher, or was the topic something you found interesting?
Well, the teacher made the topic interesting. Like she would relate it ways to us. Like AP Stats was good because she could relate it to like, we did every single type of practice to learn, but she would also relate it to like playing cards and stuff like that. So so there was, everybody got engaged somehow. And that was like one of my favorite classes too.
Coming out of high school, what makes you think biology is something that you want to get into?
I don't know. I know there's a lot of good work that comes out of it. I feel like you can't really go wrong.
There are great opportunities being a biology major, but it's an extraordinary amount of memorization. Are you good at memorizing?
Yes, sir.
You
I
think
think
so?
so. I think so. I think I can, when I understand it, I know it better. I don't think it ever leaves. So I'd rather understand. I think I'm good at understanding the work.
Yeah. And what classes, give me an example of a class where you understood the work and it was reflected in your grade.
Calculus.
Tell me more.
Like I knew how the problem was, like I knew the formula. I knew why the formula worked. I knew what the formula worked for. So it was just really easy. When the tests, like I think I didn't get it below a 95 in that class last year.
So when it has direct application to something, you find it more interesting.
Yes, sir.
Compared to what? On the other side, there's something
Like my past sciences, they've just been like lecturing us on the board, and like everyone would just be watching. She wouldn't let us ask questions. She'd just lecture on the board, and we'd all have to watch, and then she'd make us take a test. Like nobody was like, some people weren't learning through doing it themselves. Everyone was just having to watch her and like put away our computers and just stare at her, and everyone would end up falling asleep and stuff like that.
What does it mean about you?
What does it mean?
What do you mean? What does that mean for you? That
The
here are the
class is
things that
boring.
you like, and here are the things that you didn't like, and therefore I've learned this about me.
I like I don't know, I kind of like hands-on better than sitting back and watching.
Yeah. Do you think biology is going to offer that?
I think so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Do you know anybody that's going through biology at the University of Alabama right now?
Yes, sir.
What have they said about it?
I know a lot of people like dropped out of biology, but some of them said like if you just do your work, you'll be fine.
Yeah. What is your homework history like throughout the past year? Again, this is something that as your father, I should know, but on the final two children, we've pretty much left it up to you and your sister to stay alive.
I've always done my homework. I mean, I almost made NHS.
Yeah.
But I didn't make it. But I've always done my work. I don't think I've ever slacked off. I mean, I feel like I've been, out of my friends, I'm like that one guy who does their work.
Yeah.
And like they'll all either like take my answers or something like that.
Yeah, that's great. You're both the hard worker and the generous cheater.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I do that sometimes.
something to make me proud. So what is something this family does or says that you thought was normal until you realized other families don't do it?
I don't really know. We were talking about this earlier. I don't remember. I have no idea. I mean, I know. I couldn't tell you.
Nothing comes to mind. We're normal.
Cleaning our rooms before the house cleaners come.
Cleaning so the cleaners can clean?
Yes, sir. Or I don't really know anything. It's like that's like normal to us, but weird to everyone else.
Yeah.
I don't really talk about that stuff.
I guess that's good. Here's another question. What's the biggest thing you've changed your mind about in the last 2 years?
It was football.
Tell me more.
2 years ago, I think I hated football with like a passion, but then this past year, I actually now miss football.
Do you really? That surprises me. I thought at the end of the football season, you were kind of ready for it to be over.
I was ready for it to be over, but now I kind of like miss it. I don't know.
What part of it do you miss?
I know the average answer when someone asks is the locker room, but I don't know. Mine's probably like just chatter on the sidelines or stuff like that. You're with your friends all day. Gives you something to do. The games are really fun, though. I really miss the games.
Yeah. You played nearly every snap your senior year.
Yeah, yes, sir. Those are just full of, like, adrenaline. Like, I was just amped up the whole time. That was just really fun.
Would you tell the listeners about your final play of high school football? Let's hear the story.
We were losing. I think we were losing by 3 against Spanish Fort away in our last game. And at that time, we were 5 or We were 4-5, so it was a game to see if we were gonna have an even season or a winning season. Anyways, we were down by 3 in the last quarter with like 6 seconds left, and we were like, I think we were on the 5-yard line, about to score, and I played defense, and I was in on this one play, and it's for a huge line to come and make a wall for our big, what is he, 6'5", 280-pound D lineman to just run that ball in.
So you play defense, but you were in on this offensive play to get the ball over the goal line with 3 seconds to go.
Yes, sir. And our first play, it didn't work. They knew what we were doing. And then our coach called up a huddle, and he was like saying, like, we're just going to throw Mack the ball or something like that. And then our main coach was like, are you sure you can do it? And then I was like, yeah, I can do it. And they just threw me out there and said, count to 3 and then run out in between the end zone. And so they snapped the ball. I counted to 3 and I ran in the end zone, and our Tank, he diving through the ball in the air, and I caught it, and we scored on the last second play.
That was amazing. Yeah. You were an offensive lineman. You were playing as an offensive lineman, and you were eligible to receive the pass. Peeled away after 3 seconds, looked up, and the ball was on its way.
Yeah. The Tank was flying through the air.
Yeah. He was getting tackled when he threw it.
There was like 3 people on him. Everyone just started punching me after.
He did?
Like everyone, like all the O-linemen, they just started like punching me.
Yeah.
Instead of like celebrating, they just started punching me.
Your final play of your high school football season was a catch in the end zone by a D lineman.
Yeah.
That was
2
awesome.
D-line to D-line.
Your mother and I were in the stands looking at each other going, was that Mack? Did Mack just catch that? Was that really Mack? Did we see that correctly? Y'all were all the way at the other end of the field when that happened. It was a very memorable moment for us. So though your final year, your senior year as a high school football player did not end in a state championship or all these glorious things, your final play was a touchdown. That's not too bad.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
And football is the only sport I know where the better you do, the more your teammates want to punch you. Most of the times when you do well, people want to high five you or shake your hand. But in football, they'll punch you and slap you in the head.
Yeah, they were just going like, let's go, and punching me and just like, I don't know, roughing me up.
Yeah. Do you think about that very much?
When someone brings it up, I think about it. I kind of forget I did that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was kind of a while ago.
Yeah. So in the past 2 years ago, you didn't much like football. And now as you sit here on your way off to college in, what are we in, June, you miss it. What other things have you changed your mind about in the past 2 years?
Changed my mind about? I don't know. I mean, I used to want to be do something in finance, but now I kind of want to do something in biology.
Yeah. What has caused that change?
I don't know. I kind of want to be a dentist.
Yeah.
When I'm older. But I feel like doing something with finance would be pretty cool. But I think I kind of like, I want to go down the biology path. Or I think I'm majoring in biology. Me and Mom had talked about taking like some classes, like going undecided and then taking like some classes for biology, and then if I still want to do it after freshman year, changing my major to biology.
Yeah, so kicking the tires for a year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Have you signed you up for classes yet? I don't think you have.
I do that next Monday and Tuesday.
At
Bama Bound.
At Bama Bound, yeah.
Yes, sir.
What about, so you didn't even look for another college? It was Alabama all the way. To my knowledge, you did not even fill out another college application.
No. I think I did Bama, and then my second plan was Ole Miss.
Oh, really? I didn't know that either. You wouldn't know that you and I live together based on how little I know about you right now. But you never filled out an Ole Miss application, did you?
No, sir. I early applied for Bama back summer going into senior year, very beginning of summer, and they accepted it.
What did you see at Bama when you toured it that made you absolutely convinced this is the place for me?
The football games.
The football games. That's it exclusively. There was nothing else. There was no academics. It's a pretty campus.
I've never toured the academic part of Bama.
Yeah.
I've never toured Bama.
So one element, the football games, and granted, they're dramatic. They're extraordinary. We've been to just a few over the past several years. It was the football games. That was it.
Well, yeah, and the people. Like, I met a bunch of people I like up there.
How did you meet? It's hard for a 18, 19-year-old to walk onto campus and meet people.
Well, I knew some people back from Camp Mack, and then I just knew some people from over the phone, and we were all, like, going to the game together. One dude let me go into his box and watch the game with him.
Yeah. That's an abnormal experience.
Yeah. I was just walking past him. He said, "You want to come to my box?" And I said, "Sure."
Yeah. Who was this guy? He didn't ask you to do anything inappropriate, did he?
No, it was my roommate.
Oh, is it?
It was my roommate's, like, one of his best friends. They both have boxes.
Wow. Well, we need to meet them.
Yeah.
Need to get on that for me. Okay. So anything else that you've changed your mind about?
I don't think so.
No? All right, here we go. Question number 3. You ready?
Yes, sir.
What's something you watched me do, your father, right or wrong? I probably should have read this question before I asked it to you. What's something you watched me do, right or wrong, that taught you something you'll carry with you?
Changing my tire.
Tell that story.
It was like, I don't know how long ago. It was like the very beginning of summer. And my tire went flat, and I called my dad to come and help me change it because my jack wasn't working, and I needed a different one. And I called him, and like 5 minutes later, he was there.
Yeah.
With Spencer. And then you kind of just told me to, like, watch you, and you just put my tire back on.
Yeah. Yeah. And what did we need to get that jack to work?
What did we need? Like a block of wood or something?
We needed something to put that jack on. The way your car was over on the side of the road, it was tilted, and we needed something solid to put the jack on. Thankfully, we found something in the back of your car. Yeah. What else? I'd like to think, I'm grateful to hear that you felt watching me change a tire was impactful. Well, but I'd like to think that there's other things as well.
The way you work, like, do stuff at the hunting camp.
Yeah.
Like, some things you're like, don't touch that. Some things you're like, I don't know, you just, like, control that place, like, really well.
Oh, gosh. I don't know that I do that.
Well, I just feel like you know your way around, and I probably remember, like, how to take care of stuff like you do. And, like, when I get in trouble with some people, you, like, make me go tell them sorry, like, immediately.
Yeah.
I'll probably carry that on for a long time.
Yeah.
For the rest of my life. Yeah.
That wasn't a small act. I think I know what you're talking about. But, yeah. Well, I'm glad. Quick apologies are always
and
the right
respect
thing.
and etiquette.
Oh,
You taught me a lot about etiquette and then, like, how to shake someone's hand and stuff like that.
That's what I would think is a dad's job, is part of a dad's job. Mm-hmm. Do you have friends who are taught the same thing by their parents?
I know some people, like, but yes and no. Like, some people are just, like, really, like, I remember me and Rainey were talking about it, like, when
Rainey is, for the listeners, his older sister.
Me and Rainey were talking about it at dinner in Greece, but we were talking about how, like, it's our pet peeves when someone is, like, ordering something at a restaurant and they're just like, Coke, and they don't say, like, hey, can I please get a Coke or something like that. Like, it kind of is our pet peeve. Or, like, when someone goes to, like, we all go and meet someone new and we all shake their hand, and then one person, like, will just, like, be like, what's up?
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, that's just not, you taught me, like, to go up them politely and stuff like that.
It matters. It matters.
First impressions.
So you've started a new job this week, and the owner of the company was there when you stepped in. Did you shake his hand?
Yes, sir.
Did everyone shake his hand?
I think so.
Yeah. So these are little things that matter, and they're social graces, they're social lubrications that teach people how to behave around other people. And people think that they're unimportant. They are important. And if you know them, you can choose to use them or not use them. But if you don't know them, you don't have that choice. So I'm always going to try to teach you. And there are things that I don't know that people teach me. Anything else? Something you've watched me do, right or wrong, that taught you something you'll carry with you?
I don't really know anything on the top of my head.
Next question. What do you want that you haven't told your mother or me that you want?
I told you I wanted that guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, there's like a really nice amp I saw at a guitar center, but that thing's like really, really expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want a barber jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, I want a barber jacket.
Yeah. So, barber jacket, which if I'm not mistaken, every freshman at the every freshman boy at the University of Alabama has a barber jacket.
Yeah, or not even just a barber jacket, but a coat. I don't really have one.
Yeah.
I use yours. I go take it out of your closet. Just use it.
Yeah. So you've got until it gets cold in October before we have to make a decision on that one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Why that jacket?
I don't know if it's just that jacket. I just need a coat. Or I don't need one, but I want one. Because I can't borrow yours anymore when I'm up there.
Yeah. Yeah. My rain jackets seem to disappear to Tuscaloosa with regularity. Yeah.
That's not me.
They get up there and sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't. What about anything else, something that you want? It doesn't have to be an item, it could be an experience, or to see a place that you've never told us about.
I'd like to see the Foo Fighters.
Oh, the
perform.
band?
Or Pink Floyd. I'd like to see them, but I don't think do they even tour anymore? I don't think so.
I've not heard of Pink Floyd touring recently. I don't know anything about the Foo Fighters.
There's this nice cover band of Pink Floyd that one of my buddies went to, and they said it was awesome. It was like the same thing.
Yeah. Well, interesting. Foo Fighters is an old band. Pink Floyd is a very old band comparatively. What's with the old stuff?
I don't know. My Spotify said my listening age is like 86.
Get out. 86. How can it possibly be 86?
I just listen to old songs, I guess.
Well, 86 are really old songs. That's like swing music. That's like...
It said I was up there near 86.
The Andrews sisters and stuff like that.
I guess. I don't know. I just think once I started getting into guitar, that music sounds a lot better, like the Dire Straits, Eric Clapton, Pink Floyd, all of them. I like listening to the guitar a lot. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. What do you think about all the country music that's dominating the airwaves today that kids like these days? Do you enjoy that music? Is it called country? Bro country?
I mean, it's country, but I consider it like pop country. Like it's got I don't think it's like real deep country, but it's like pop country. I don't know if I like it. There's like one or two songs. I don't know. It's not like, oh, I think it's trash. I just think like I'm not really in that type of music. Because they're good artists. I'm just not into that type of music.
Yeah. All right, let's keep moving. Where do you think this family got it wrong raising you?
Like what do I think y'all did wrong?
What did we get wrong in raising you? Not all the kids, just you.
I don't know. I don't understand that. Like, what did y'all do wrong?
What mistakes did we make in raising you?
Taking my phone away at night.
Yeah. So tell the listeners about that.
Every year I had a phone that I was in high school, or not except senior year. I'd have to turn my phone down into their closet at a certain time, and each year got bumped up like 30 minutes. So I think like 6th grade, I started off at like 7:30 or something like that. It was bad. I didn't like it.
Yeah, we took your phone away so that you'd actually go to sleep at night. I don't have any problems with that at all. You think we got that wrong?
I don't know. I just did not like it at all.
No.
I was like, I think I got angry about that almost every other night.
Yeah. That points to an addiction. You realize that. I can't have my baby, and I'm going to get angry about it, and I'm going to think about stealing it, and I'm not. So I'm going to think about sneaking in at night and taking my phone back. All of which, if I'm not mistaken, happened at some point. Did it not?
Maybe.
Yeah. So
you taught us how to sneak around.
Yeah. I did not teach you how to sneak around and steal back from your father. That was not. So anything else that we got wrong in raising you?
I don't know. I think y'all did a pretty good job.
It's the right thing to say, considering I'm sitting across from you and you're in my house and you're still about to go to college and we haven't paid the first bill on that.
I think y'all did a pretty good job.
That's right. It's smart. Smart boy. Smart. Question number 6. How you doing? You hanging in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Question 6. What's the difference between who you are at home and who you are everywhere else?
I don't know, I think I'm a lot quieter at home.
Interesting. Tell me more.
I don't really know. I just feel like when I get home I like to just be by myself. I don't know. And then when I'm with friends, that's like it's like a social battery. Like I come home when I don't want to be around people. But when I want to be around people, I probably could just call up a friend and go be around them. So when I'm usually gone, I'm usually like I can like talk to people without being in a bad attitude or something like that. I just like.
So you save all your bad attitudes for home?
No, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, you know, when you're with a bunch of friends and you're like, dang, I kind of just want to go home and be myself.
Yep.
At home is where like that battery recharges, and so like, I think I'd be like more. I think I am more lively like out not when I'm not home, compared to when I'm at home.
So you think if your mother and I were at a party of you and your friends and we were hidden at the party, we would see a Mac that we didn't recognize?
I don't know if you would recognize me, but I'd just probably be talking to a lot of people the whole time.
Yeah. And do your friends think you're a charismatic guy or do they think you're more of the quiet guy?
I think in the middle.
Yeah.
It's like when I want to talk, I'll talk, but when I want to be quiet, I'll be quiet.
You've got a remarkable group of friends from a wide diversity of places and people. How has that come about? Because when I was your age, I did not have the same thing.
Probably on the phone. Like, I mean, it's probably because, like, I don't know, I can text anybody, see where they are. I don't know.
But even so, you've got to know these people well enough to text them. You've got to have a connection with them.
I think it's just like friends of friends of friends. Like one person from St. Paul's introduced me to someone from UMS, and then I started hanging out with that person from UMS, and then started hanging out with all their friends, and then they'll introduce me to someone from McGill or something like that. It's just like when I meet someone's friend, I usually become their friend too. Like I don't.
How does that does the same thing happen with your friends? Do you see the same thing?
No, I think it's just some people like to hang out with just a certain group, and I'd rather hang out with like a bunch of different groups. Without
listing names, who are your how many close friends do you have? How many quote unquote best friends do you have?
I mean, I would say I have like 11 from St. Paul's and then like 7 from UMass.
So you have 18 best friends?
I would consider like close friends. Like they could just walk in here and it wouldn't be weird.
18. Most people have 3 or 4. You have 18.
I mean, I'm close with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I would say.
So you've got 18 friends that would help you bury the body in the middle of the night.
Of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, that's pretty powerful. Do you expect that number to expand or contract when you get to Tuscaloosa?
Expand.
So you could have as many as 25 best friends.
Yeah, yes, sir. Like close friends.
Yeah.
I don't know. When someone's like, "Who's your best friend?" I was like, I always say I have a lot of close friends.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's not the same with your friends. They don't have as many friends as you do.
I don't know. Yeah, I would say so. They like kind of like. Some of my friends just like sticking to the people they've known their whole life.
Yeah.
And they don't want to know anybody else.
You've not followed that path.
I like meeting new people.
How is it different between boys and girls in that regard? Do the girls have as many friends or fewer?
I would say fewer. At least the ones, I mean, some of them I would know. I don't know. I feel like girls have fewer best friends because I think all girls are like mean to each other or something like that.
They can be awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know that. I don't pay attention.
But boys aren't the same way.
No.
They're not awful to one another.
No. Like that doesn't that rarely happens.
Yeah.
And I feel like boys will just like get in a fight with the other person and make up the next minute.
Yeah.
Instead of like a girl like turn their back and walk away and say bad things about them on their back.
They can be cruel.
Yeah.
Everybody can be cruel.
Yes, sir.
It's a tough phase of life. How old do you think you need to be when things get easier?
I think everything gets harder.
Do you think so?
Like life?
Yeah.
I think life gets harder.
Until when? Throughout the whole thing?
Yeah, I think it gets harder and harder.
So my dad at 89, he's living a harder life than I am at 57 and that you are at 19.
I would think so.
It never gets easier.
No, sir.
Why go on then?
I don't know. To experience life? I don't know.
What does that mean?
Like do things.
Well, what does that mean?
I don't know. Like what do you mean? Why wouldn't you go on?
If it keeps getting harder, there seems to be little motivation to get on, to keep going on. Does it get harder and better or just harder?
I think just some things get harder. Like, I mean, obviously when you get like really old, you don't have to go to work. That's not hard. But you have to also see a lot more friends pass away. That's hard. Or like your body starts getting old. That's hard.
I know you're not talking about me right now.
I'm not.
Yeah. Keep going.
I just think like the more harder things are like when you get older.
Yeah.
And like right now I'm living rent free with meals and stuff like that. I don't really have it hard.
You don't. What are you going to be like as a parent? Speaking of hard things.
Just like you.
Do you think so? It's a good thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
You're living in my house. You haven't paid the first tuition payment yet. Yeah. So what would you do differently as a parent? I think we kind of asked that, didn't we? But I want to hear you answer again.
Kind of. What would I do differently? I don't know. I think I'd do everything the same. I'd probably give them their phones though. You're gonna carry that one to your grave. I know what I'm gonna do. I know I'm gonna like give them their phones, and if they like wake up late, I'm just gonna leave them and let them deal with the responsibilities instead of like. I know some people who their parents like won't teach their kids responsibility or accountability, and they'll like go bang on the door and make them get up. And I feel like as a parent, I'd be like, if you don't get up, you don't get up, and you're gonna get in trouble at school.
What age does that begin? At what age do you turn that responsibility over to the child?
When they can when I don't have to like be watching them all the time.
What age is that?
And they can like go out by themselves. Like, maybe like 10, 12. Because at 10, I was riding my bike over to a friend's house in like different neighborhoods, and I think that takes responsibility. So I think they could wake themselves up.
So okay, I hope you're right. I hope you raise that
stuff
child
like that.
Yeah,
just teach them more responsibility.
Yeah,
I know I would do that.
Do you feel that your mother and I have given you too little or too much responsibility as a 19-year-old?
Oh, I think you'll give me a good amount of responsibility.
Not too little and not too much. The Goldilocks zone.
No, I think like when I go through check boxes of things I'm responsible for, I always had to make my lunch. I always have to do my laundry, clean my room.
You do that last one infrequently.
Yeah, just when y'all like get really mad.
Yeah.
But I feel like I have a good amount of responsibility.
Yeah.
But like not too much where it's unbearable.
Yeah. Is your responsibility seen on your job compared to your coworkers?
I guess they asked me the other day who's the most responsible, and they all pointed to me, and I'm the one keeping all their times and their paychecks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I guess some people think I'm responsible.
Good. It's a good image to carry. Number 7, or is there more that you want to say about that last one? The last question, the difference between who you are at home and who you are everywhere else. Good?
Yeah, sir. I think I answered that one pretty good.
Close the book. Number 7, what does a good life look to you? Not a successful one, a good one.
A job you like, comfortable money to where you're not like living paycheck to paycheck. Sometimes you can't help that, but I don't know. A good job where you get paid and good enough to live comfortably meals every day, and not necessarily like getting all these fancy things, but just like living peaceful, like things to work on. I feel like for me, a lot of things that I need for a good life is to like be working on something and accomplishing something.
What does that mean, working on
Like-
something? Is that
like-
different than the job? Different than having a
could
job?
be different. Like just things to work on to keep myself busy instead of like doing like absolutely nothing. Like let's say I come home from my job and then just like lay there and don't do anything. I feel like a good life is coming home from work that you like and being able to do what you like when you're at home. And for me, that's like playing a guitar and like accomplishing how to learn a song
Mm-hmm.
or just like doing things around the house like that is like peaceful, but you also feel good for doing it. Like cleaning up your backyard. Like, that might not be fun, but you feel good after doing it.
You're describing, I think, somewhat hobbies.
Yeah, hobbies and yes, sir. Like things to work on, things to work for.
Yeah. So there's the job and then there's some hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's what the good life is. What else?
Just not worrying about really anything. I feel that'd be pretty nice.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Like stress free.
So you're 19 years old. Do you foresee yourself owning a pet someday?
Oh yeah,
What would you want?
a dog.
What would you name your dog?
I like Benny, but Mom wouldn't let me name the dog Benny, so I think I'd keep Benny.
Yeah. Okay.
Benny, and then get a cat named Jet.
Benny and Jet. Yeah. Again, the old music.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see yourself being a parent someday?
Yes, sir.
What would you name your child?
Dude.
Dude?
I don't know. I don't really know. Probably someone like, I don't know, probably either your name or someone else's, like Papa Dude's name,
Yeah.
which y'all have the same name, but I don't know. Someone like within this family. I would name a guy, someone in this family.
And what would you name a girl? You ever thought about it?
No, I've never thought about any of the names. I mean, I'd probably do somewhere close to our families, like traditional names.
Some sort of connection.
Mm-hmm.
Question 8. 10 years from now, what do you hope you'll say about this period of your life? 10 years
I
from
wish
now,
I
you'll be
could go
29.
I'd probably be saying I wish I could go back.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I feel like 29 is right when you step in the real world. I probably won't like that.
Well, there's a lot of people that think the chapter of life that you're in right now was their most difficult. The kind of teenage, preteen, high school years were full of angst and anxiety and things like that. You seem to think that you'll want to come back. You're having a pretty good time of it.
Pretty good time.
What about people you know? Are they also having a pretty good time of it, or do you think they'll look back on this time and be grateful that it's over?
I know some of them probably like wish they were older. I don't really wish I was older. I feel like 18 and 19 are really good ages to be. But I don't know. I don't they might say it was hard. I don't really know.
What's your favorite year of high school?
Junior.
Why is that?
Or junior or sophomore. Oh, sophomore. Sophomore was my favorite year.
Why?
The classes weren't too hard. There was people in the grade above us. Like there was 2 grades above us and there was 1 grade below us, so we weren't the lowest. And you ended up like knowing everyone there. And I liked hanging out with the old people, like the older classes a lot. I think we hung out with them all the time. But that was my favorite year. Everything was just stress free.
Yeah.
Football was fun still. Or football wasn't that much fun, but I don't know. It wasn't like no one's relying on me, so I kind of went to practice and I was like, oh, this is pretty fun. I'm not like, no, not everyone was looking at me. Junior year, that's when I didn't really like it, but sophomore year is definitely the best.
What do you think about the state of the world today?
I don't really know much.
You don't keep up with the news. You don't read the headlines.
Not
nothing
really.
like that.
I just know there was a war in Ukraine and there was like bombings and strikes in Iran.
Yeah.
About some like them having nukes or some mining something.
Do any of your friends keep up with current events enough to be able to have a deep conversation about what's going on in the world?
Yeah, I could say some, but not really.
Yeah. When do you think that becomes important, or does it ever become important to people your age? You know, you're old enough to vote.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think I know like a bunch, but I don't know like all the little details about who said this, who said that.
Yeah.
And like, I just know about like their actions and stuff like that, I could say.
What are the apps that you look at the most, and are any of them a news app?
No.
Zero.
Well, I don't look at any new. I mean, I looked at Twitter, but that's not a news app really. But some people post on there like it's the news. But usually the social media apps I use is TikTok, Instagram. That's about it. But they also have like the news channels have accounts on there.
Yeah.
So they'll just post stuff, and like I think they get it everywhere because so many people follow them because it's the news.
Yeah.
So I mean, most of my stuff I'm like learning about the world is from Twitter. I try to follow the right people so I don't get like biased opinions.
Yeah.
Either. And some might come from TikTok or Instagram.
Do you know much about politics and being a politician?
Yeah, kind of. I know their jobs, but I don't really know what.
Does that job interest you at all?
No.
Why not?
So much stress.
Yeah.
Stress and just arguing, and I don't really care for it.
Yeah. So you mentioned earlier dentistry. What else?
Like, what else would I want to do?
Yeah.
Something in finance. I think the stock running and doing something in the stock market would be pretty cool.
Are you still dabbling in the market?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good.
Doing pretty good right now. Everybody's doing pretty good right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It continues to grow unbelievably, but it continues to grow. Can't figure out how that works.
Yeah. That's why I want to do finance a little bit, because I started getting into stocks and crypto, but that's why I want to do finance, like learn more about managing my money.
Yeah.
And that something in finance would be pretty cool. I don't know if I'd want to do business. I kind of want to, but I don't know. I don't know what jobs you get for business degrees. I don't really know.
I think most of the jobs that you get with a business degree, you're required to say the words, "Would you like fries with your order?" You don't get the job. You'll get the job someday.
They're like a restaurant.
Yeah,
worker.
they're going to be hanging out the window
soon
of a drive-through. I'm being facetious a bit. It's hard to do that. It's hard to know. What do you think AI is going to do to our world?
I think it's gonna take over a lot of jobs, and I think nursing is gonna become a really big deal.
Putting hands on people.
Nursing and like being doctors. I mean, I know AI will eventually they'll like make machines to like do surgeries for people, but I feel like most patients would rather have a human touch than a robot working on them.
Yeah.
And I think those jobs are gonna be really high valued in like 10 or 20 years. And I think since AI is just getting more and more advanced, I think a lot of accounting is going to be taken. Or like a bunch of math stuff is going to be, those jobs are going to like be taken over by AI.
Yeah, I don't doubt you. I'm not clear on exactly how that's going to look, but it seems like it's ripe for being taken over by AI, doesn't it?
I think the world's also going to get dumber. It might.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people in school, all they do is use AI to do their work.
How do their grades look?
Usually good, because they just get their AI to do all their work.
Really? The teachers can't determine which is the AI?
They can on like papers, but there's also a thing where you can AI your paper and then put it into a humanizer, so it makes it human.
Really?
And the AI thing doesn't pick it up.
But that can't work in a test, can it?
No, sir. I guess people just like they'll get 100s all throughout the week, and then on the test they'll get like a 60.
Yeah.
Their grades will be around like an 80 or 90. Somewhere around there.
You know, I guess that's a pretty good compromise if you're that person.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But I just feel like they're gonna grow up and like there's gonna be like an emergency, and they're gonna be like, go do CPR, and then they're gonna have to like look up on AI how to do CPR, and the dude's just gonna die. It's just stuff like that.
So make a big bold prediction. Let's wrap this thing up. We're at 45 minutes. Make a big bold prediction about something. Either you, your future, your friends, your college experience, the world, our family? Give me a big, bold prediction.
I won't have any. I'm not like a conspiracy theorist.
It's not a conspiracy. It's here's what I think's going to happen. It could be about yourself. I'm going to graduate, I don't know, with a degree in this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go here. Our family's going to do this. Something that you see, the way you read the tea leaves. Are you familiar with that expression?
No.
It's a predictive method that I think it's done in the predictive.
Like Harry Potter?
They're like a tarot card reader or something like that. So you got a prediction?
I don't know. I mean, I'm predicting I'm going to graduate college, but I don't.
All right.
In 4 years, I hope I don't have to do 5 years. I'm predicting 4 years.
4 years, and does that include any summer school?
Yeah, I want to do study abroad. I'm predicting that in a few years I'll be in Europe studying abroad, maybe running with the Bulls or doing something. And I wouldn't mind. I don't know. Prediction. I predict myself having above a 3.8 GPA for college.
There we go. I'll stop right there. I'll put that on. We'll stamp that one. That's great. And I'll send this to you over and over again for the next 4 years to remind you of your prediction.
I think I'll do good.
I'm happy you think that. You've got a tough year ahead because I know you've got a fraternity commitment ahead of you, and that usually takes an extraordinary amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And the fraternity commitment plus academic commitment, trying to juggle those two commitments, usually the academics suffer. I hope you're right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, particularly with a biology major. That's not easy.
Hopefully I don't change that.
No, I hope not either. I think I would be proud of whatever you do, but that would be quite an accomplishment to come out of college with a 3.8 as a biology major. I don't have that brain. I couldn't do that.
I hope so. I do it.
So I hope you got that brain not from me, because my brain wouldn't allow that to happen. All right. Anything more?
Mm-mm.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mack Marston is my favorite youngest son, and he has been my favorite youngest son since the day he was born. He is a delight to be around. Our family spent a great deal of time together over the past 2 weeks on a family trip, and always pleasant, always eager to help, never argued or complained. Just a really remarkable kid. And I'm very excited for you, Mack. Your ability to make friends is something that I admire greatly, and hang on to those friends. They seem to like you, and otherwise you wouldn't have so many. So I admire that about you, and I envy that about you, and I hope that continues through the rest of your life. You make your mother and me very, very proud. Good luck in college.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any final thoughts from you? He's shaking his head. You're listening to What's Working, folks. I'm Cam Marston. We'll have another episode with probably more of a business slant here before too long, but wanted to wrap up with my favorite youngest son and the last interview of our children as they graduate from high school. We'll have another show in a few weeks.